Hello, my darlings. How are you all? Happy New Year. This is the first time I've done a live since the new year. So happy 2019. Hope your new year is all getting off to a wonderful, wonderful start. I am just going to wait for Katie Helliwell to come on live with me. We're very, very excited today to be hosting, I'm just bringing of our Biz Camp free sessions, which we're really excited about. Bring Katie on. Hello.
Hello, I'm here. It works.
Yay. So you're very low, I'm very high. Does that matter? Should I go down?
Is that better? It's this new chair. There we go. That's better. We're level now.
We are. I'm just going to adjust my camera height, and then we will get going. So tell us where you're tuning in from. We've got global audiences. We've got Mastering the Art of Manifesting audience. We've got Katie's Spirit and White Feather audiences. We are so excited to be back together as well, because we haven't launched something together for a few months, and these Biz Camp sessions are very excitingly going to be a warm-up to our brand new Limitless in Business Academy, which starts on the 28th of January. And Katie and I, oh my God, I'm so excited. Katie and I are both so passionate about helping millions globally to understand law of attraction and spirit, and to weave them and ingrain them into their lives daily, so that we can just help millions and millions of people to become truly limitless, empowered, abundant, happy, fulfilled, all of this good stuff. And yeah, we're just really, really excited to be back together today. Are you just sharing into your groups and pages, Katie?
I am, yeah.
Yeah,
okay. Sharing
that. Cool. So hello, it's so lovely to see you all. Someone's tuning in from Florida. Hello, my darling. Ireland, love this, love you all so much. Okay, let's get going. I'm so excited. So I'll just do a quick introduction, and then Katie and I are going to do a quick overview of law of attraction and spirit, and how the two combined are phenomenally powerful. They're both phenomenally powerful in their own rights, let alone when you weave them together. And this is really exciting, guys. I really do think we are the only people currently that are combining the two. There's a lot of psychic mediums out there who work with spirit. There's, you know, law of attraction and manifesting coaches, but I haven't seen spirit and law of attraction weave together in the way that Katie and I weave them. And what we love about this is that we just have so much fun. Like, spirit and law of attraction is just such a fun, delicious energy to play with. So we're really, really passionate about helping millions. And today is session number 1. There'll be 5 sessions across the next couple of weeks of our Biz Camp, where we want to basically really, really help you. So we have both run our businesses for around, mine's coming up to 2 years, Katie's is coming up to 1.5 years. We both have global followings. We are both insatiably passionate about what it is that we do. And so we've experienced so much in the time that we've been running our businesses, including some universal and spiritual curveballs to help train us. And what we want to do, we could host some coaching for you, but actually what we want to do is answer your questions and troubleshoot for you, and just really help each of you with what's going on in your businesses at the minute, with guidance as always from spirit and universe. Kate will bring through spirit, I'll bring through universal guidance, and we're here to help and serve you. So we're running these 5 sessions ahead of our Limitless in Business Academy, which starts on the 28th of January. You can find out more about that on my website, which is masteringtheartofmanifesting.com, under the Work With Me Directly tab. We've already got people signed up for that, and we haven't even started really promoting it yet. So it's very, very exciting. If you want to become truly limitless in business, like Katie and I are living and breathing and embodying, check that out. But yeah, today we just want to help you and serve you and do everything that we can to support you, basically. So Katie, do you just want to explain quickly who these sessions are for as well, and in fact, you know, the Limitless in Business Academy, but who are these sessions aimed at today?
Right, thank you, my darling. So these sessions are aimed at people who are already following their passions and running their own businesses, and just want to give a little bit of an injection, a bit of magic, and want to make it easier. You know, it's never 100% easy when you're running your own business, but you're so lucky following your passion and really going for it and really making an impact on the world, or sharing what's within you. It's incredible. So we want to help you find an easy, fun way of doing that, so you can really have a magic injection and just take the struggle away from it. You're not alone in business. Even if you're self-employed, you're not on your own. You've got a whole team up there and inside you working with you to try and make the magic happen. Now, this course, as I mentioned, is for people already following their passions and just want to give it that magic touch and want to start 2019 and beyond, knowing that you are protected, loved, and with a magic rocket. It isn't for somebody that's trying to find their passion. Now, myself and Sarah spent so long trying to find our passions. And to those people watching now that are trying to find their passion and watching on replay, give us a hashtag replay if you are watching on replay. We just want to say we haven't forgotten about you. We know what a difficult time that is, trying to find your passion. And good for you. Keep going, keep trying to find it, because searching for your passion, although you might feel a bit lost at the moment, you will be on the right path eventually, and feeling lost is part of the process. And when you find it, you'll know, you'll feel amazing, you'll feel injected, and we want to help you with that. So we've also got another course that's available for you called Live Limitlessly, which is available on Sarah's website, and it's a self-study course. It's got all the content you need, meditations, every step to hold your hand along the way. So don't sit there thinking, what the heck am I going to do? You don't need to sit there and think that. Come and reach out to us, follow our course, and get yourself on the right track, and then you can start propelling everything you've learned, following your passion. And when you find it, oh my God, you're going to feel amazing. And then you can learn all of this other stuff as well, which will be the rocket fuel to your business and really get you where you want to be in life and really enjoying it. So we cannot wait to share that with you. So all of the details are on Sarah's website. We're going to post all the links in the top of the comments after we finish this live. And we will also post it in the comments below the lives as well. So you have access to both. So please don't worry and start trying to think you've got to hunt round now. We'll make it easy for you, because we're all about ease and grace. So that's what we'll do. Also, if you're on our mailing list, we will send you all the information through to your inbox as well. So please just sit back and relax. Let us do the work for you. Okay. So I'm going to go into the introduction about how spirit and law of attraction combined you can bring to your business. Now, you guys all know, if you don't know us, I'm a psychic medium, and welcome. It's lovely to meet you. I'm Katie. Sarah will introduce herself next. So Sarah is law of attraction coach. I'm a psychic medium, and combined we use our powers to propel our businesses. So yes, people get confused when they meet me and they say, but you're a medium, but you're in a business. I'm like, yeah, because being a medium is a business. That's what it is. I have to live. I have to, you know, if I want to serve millions, I have to build this into a business to help me serve millions and to help me share my gift with as many people as possible, and to bring peace and love and clarity to as many people as possible. So it is a business. And that's something that took me a long time to realize, because I didn't follow my passion, because I didn't think I could ever make it into a business that would support me. So I stopped and I didn't do it because I couldn't see that bigger vision. I couldn't see how it would work. And I'm so frustrated with myself, but divine timing, I've got to learn to let it go. It was the right time now. So with Spirit are the biggest cheerleaders in the world for everyone. And people seem to think that it's easy for myself and Sarah to channel law of attraction and spirit because we are gifted. However, you don't need to be a master at law of attraction, and you don't need to be spiritually open in order to use spiritualism to grow your business. And I'm putting myself out of a job there, I know, but you can. I want everyone to realize that spirit are there to support you, and you can use them in this aspect of your life to propel it forward. It only works, spirit will only work with you if you are following your passion. So if you try and implement these tools that we're going to coach you and you're not following your passion, you're only going to get so far. So you have to have the passion inside of you. You have to feel that you cannot wait to get up in the morning and serve, which is why this course is designed for those people. So obviously spirit is my passion. I love it. I love connecting with them. I love working with them. I love delivering the messages. And they guide me in my business. So there are many, as Sarah said, there's many psychic mediums out there. There's many law of attraction coaches out there. But what makes us different is that we listen to the messages sent to us, the guidance, and we use that and propel ourselves forward. and we follow all of it, even when it makes no sense. And believe me, many times it's not made any sense. And we've both gone, we don't get it, but we do it anyway, because we trust that when the signs come through, they're there for us. So we're going to teach you how you can inject that into yourself, into your business, and really move forward with it. So there's many ways just to get you started. You can start doing this. First things first, with spirit, you've got to be open to them. You've got to trust that they're there. You've got to trust that they've got your back and that you're not just talking to thin air. It is hard at first to get this, but trust me, once you start practicing, like anything, it becomes second nature. You get used to it. So you need to start talking to them daily, whether it be through meditation, whether it be that you're standing in the shower and you're having a chat with them. And trust me, they're not there watching you, because people get weirded out by that. Or whether it be that you are writing in your journal to them, or you actually write out on a letter to spirit, or you're just talking in your car, wherever it is that you feel comfortable. You can talk to them in your head as well, but I find it has more power if you speak out loud personally. But you need to be asking them what you want, what you need guidance on. So if you're missing, it's, you know, January, start of the year, everyone puts all this massive pressure on themselves to try and hit goals and targets and all that. You could just say, if you're sat here watching it now, living your passion, you're really happy with your business, but you know there's something missing, you know there's something you want to inject, then you can be saying to spirit, I know I'm missing something, I know I need to do something, can you please send me the signs of what it is that I need to do, or make it happen for me? And what you're doing then is, and what me and Sarah are going to talk about a lot, is opening the energetic floodgates to enable the two worlds to come through. So with law of attraction and spirit combined, oh my God, so I thought spirit were good, and spirit are really, really fast at delivering energetic messages and sending you through the guidance. But when I incorporated law of attraction as well into my business and spirit combined, that's when I started to fly. And I didn't do that until about month 4 of my business, because I really didn't understand law of attraction. Sarah had to really make the time to explain it, and she was getting like, why don't you get it? So it took me a long time. Well, you were like, why don't you get it? So she was like, but I just didn't get it. I couldn't understand it. I was like, how is it different to spirit? But it's totally different, but combined, they're incredible. I could see that working with them together was magical. I could see that before Sarah. And that's when I started to implement it. And by doing the Dream Day Journal, and by setting intentions, and by really feeling that I was already in this grand vision that I could see, and I'd already know that it was a done deal. And when Sarah said to me, when you put it out to the universe, and when you say that that's what you want, it's done, it's dusted, it's there, it delivered. I was like, oh, I felt my shoulders drop. I was like, it's not on me anymore. Spirit and the universe have got to do it now. I've told them what I want. It's not on me anymore. All I've got to do is follow the instructions that they send me. So follow the instructions they send me in meditation, the things they tell me. And in your case, if you're not a medium and you can't hear them, you follow the signs. Now, the signs that spirit are around you are signs of feathers. They will present opportunities to you. People will start messaging you that you never really can't understand how. You'll go, isn't that a coincidence? No, it's spirit and universe. Look out for rainbows, angel numbers, songs that are meaningful that keep popping on randomly, and the words just suddenly stop you and touch you. Those are all signs that the angels are trying to grab your attention. And when you receive those signs, stop in that moment and look around you and just pay attention to something. So I get lots and lots of clients saying, I've received 4 angel numbers today, 4 sets. What is it they're trying to tell me? And I'm like, well, where were you? What were you doing? What was around you? What were you thinking? What happened straight after? Did you receive an email? And then we can relate to what it actually is for them, because they're not as in tune, because they know that they're seeing the numbers, and spirit and guardian angels and the universe are sending them through 4 times. They're getting like, come on, hurry up. So they're sending it through repetitively, and then they look and see what it is. So your job is to simply ask spirit and the universe, whatever it is that you want, follow these nudges. And when you get these coincidences come through, take action with them, because that's what they've been sent to you for. And then the rest will flow. So spirit can't work on their own, and the universe can't work by itself. You can't just sit back in a chair and expect it all to flood to you. You've got to move with it, and move even when you're not sure, when you don't have it all mapped out. That's also part of the job with spirit and universe. You know, you'll say, I've got an idea, but it's not clear. Doesn't matter, it's not clear, because the energetic field around you isn't quite open enough. So if you move with a slight little bit of movement, the rest clears. It's like It's like the mist in the morning, you know, at 8 o'clock it's really misty. Come 9 o'clock it gets clearer. Come 10 o'clock it clears. By 11 you can see everything. It's exactly the same in this world. So if you use it in that sense and move, wait for it to clear, wait for the next thing, wait for that to clear, and then go forward. What people try and do in their businesses is stay where they are, wait for everything to be neatly tied up, all the T's crossed and the I's dotted, and then they move. And that's the hard way, and that's what takes people so long, and that's where the struggle is. And that's where people say to myself and Sarah, why is it so easy for you to? It's because we move when it's not always clear. We wait for the next breadcrumb. We wait for the weird things that erupt about us, the fears, the stresses, the universal training that comes along with it. We deal with it, we move on to the next bit, because you're ever evolving, ever expanding. And that's how, using spirit and law of attraction, you really boost your business. I've got goosebumps. It's magical. It is the magic beans to your business. And you know what? There's hardly anyone doing it. And people need to inject this into their lives. It's incredible. It's incredible. And myself and Sarah are here to deliver to you. We want to give it to you. We want to give you all the guidance and support. And that's what this session is going to be about. So I'm going to stop talking now and hand over to Sarah, because this session is about us helping you and guiding you. And I want you to see and witness how we work together and how it happens. So whilst you're waiting for your questions to be answered, start posting them. What is it, your concerns? How can spirit help you? How can the universe help you? Where are you stuck right now? Maybe you're not stuck, but you're thinking, what shall I do next? Get them all coming, get sharing, and we will help you any way we can. All right, I'm going to hand over to Sarah, my darling. Thank you.
Just so you know, Katie, I've got Hendra, because there's loads of comments coming up. Hendra's extracting the questions and messaging them to me directly. So if you're through them and you're getting confused, maybe I can get her to message them to both of us. Actually, Hendra, I don't know whether you're watching. If you could do a message to both of us, that would be great. She does often watch while we do these things. Right. Anyway, so thank you for that amazing introduction, Katie. You do laugh when you're like, yeah, I didn't get law of attraction, I didn't get spirit. It's so funny. And Katie, when Katie started weaving in law of attraction and kept saying about the power of them together, I was like, yeah, I don't really get it. It's so funny to me now that I didn't get it, because now I speak to spirit all the time. I see the signs. It's all just beautiful, you know, it's just all universal and energy fields. It's just all magical. And I think we are really at a time of spiritual awakening at the minute. There's a lot shifting universally, and especially here in this time. You know, people are wanting to drop the struggle, they're wanting to drop the unhappiness, they're reaching for something bigger, that they innately know within them something's missing, and they're reaching for it. And you guys here are out on the leading edge of that, because you're all open to law of attraction and or spirit. You may be open to one and not the other, you may be open to both of them, but just understand that they are just energy fields. The whole universe is made up of energy. That's all we need to, you know, focus on. Everything's just energy. Spirit is energy, law of attraction's energy. It's all just energy, and actually physics backs that up as well. Katie and I are very passionate about demystifying this stuff. You know, we're not going to make you go and sit in a temple and meditate for 2 months to qualify to be able to work with spirit and law of attraction. It's about bringing it into the now, demystifying it. You know, we want to reach millions through this work, because everybody, as Katie said, can access spirit and law of attraction. You don't have to be a psychic medium. You don't have to be a law of attraction coach. These energy fields are accessible to all if you are ready to open yourselves up to them. And so, you know, without wanting to kind of repeat what Katie has just said, for me, using spirit and law of attraction day in and day out now is just so magical, because as Katie just said, you don't feel alone. You feel the support around you all the time. And just how I use the two with business, I don't use any strategy. I literally have none. I'm like, right, what does spirit and universe, you know, what are they pointing me in the direction of today? And I just do it. Okay. And that is what has built my business so rapidly. And it's the same with Katie. So it is really about, if you are in your passion and you're really wanting to work with law of attraction and spirit combined in this way, it's about ditching all logic. You know, you've probably heard Katie and I say this before, but ditch all logic. You know, look at people in the traditional 9 to 5, like I used to be and like Katie used to be, and they're working really hard, they're tired, they're struggling, a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of people aren't fulfilled in that. Whereas actually, if you allow yourself to step into what fulfills you, what is your passion, and you allow universe and spirit to guide you, oh my gosh, everything gets so easy and so expansive and so deliciously exciting. So I'm so thankful for you, Katie, for helping me very patiently to understand spirit, and also how spirit works with law of attraction as well. Because, you know, the more I learn about this magical universe, I've been doing this, it will be 2 years in May. I'm always learning more and more and more about this magical universe and all the energy fields within it. The more I learn, it's just like, oh my God, guys, we can really tap into all of this. We're at the leading edge here. Most of the population don't understand this stuff. They don't even know about it, let alone understand it. Like, these are ridiculously exciting times. So I'm very excited. I'm getting goosebumps as well, which means the universe is ready to flow through me. So I can see Hendra is sending lots of questions through. Thank you, darling. Shall I read out the first question? Because, you know, as Katie's just said, we're here to serve you. This is what these sessions are about. Okay, so shall I read out the first question and then we can answer it from Jen?
Yeah. I like to try and see the person's least profile page just so I can tune in.
So it's Jennifer Grace. Hi, Jen. Okay, so
hey, Jen.
She says, ooh, I have a question already, girls. I have recently stopped working with my coaches and in the programs I have been in. I've been doing what I thought I should, she's put in speech marks, and following what everyone else was doing because I couldn't find a big vision for myself. I love what I do, but how do I find the vision that propels me forward? Katie's tuning in. I'll just let her do that.
Yeah, so I can feel total fear from Jen. I can feel total like fear about having a grander vision. It's almost like you're blocking the grander vision with yourself. And that's what we try and do. We try and get you to unblock anything that's standing in your way and try and clear the path for you. So like I was saying earlier about the mist, it's like you've got the full fog in front of you at the moment, and we need to lift that and make it a bit of a mist and then move forward with it. It's not a case of Jen waiting for it to become fully clear. It's waiting for the fog to be slightly less thick, that's all. So you're waiting at the moment for the fog to become clear, and it's not going to do that overnight. You've got to move and start making steps, and then it'll start to become clearer. So don't be so fearful. Take the fear away. Have a look at what it actually is that means something to you. So if you can't get in front of your grander vision, start writing out what's important to you. Is it freedom? Is it owning your own house? Is it owning 10 houses? Is it being on TV? Is it being in the media? What is it that you're trying to, what is it that's bursting out of you that you can't wait to share? What is it that's inside of you that you feel is going to make a difference to the world? What is it? Because I feel like you've only just scratched the surface with your passion, and I feel like there's more to uncover, but you're blocking yourself at the moment. I hate that word blocking, don't we, Sarah? We don't like it, because nothing's ever permanent. It's never there all the time. We want you to try and see, instead of trying to wait for the mist to clear and then move and wait for a massive clarity or a massive download, just move with slight little movements to just clear that fog. Because once the fog's cleared and once it starts to get misty, you can open up the energetic floodgates around you, and you can start getting more messages coming through easier from spirit and universe. Because that's another thing, guys. If you're really, really blocked, it's really hard for them to come through to you. That's where you need a medium. That's where you need Sarah. And that's where you need us to come through and help you and clear that blockage through and give you the tools to really stop that ever happening again, and to never fully stop it, because sometimes these blocks come to make us stop and actually learn and take stock and rest. And then we're ready to move forward. And so they will remain until the clarity is there, until you're energetically ready to take the next challenge on that they feel is the right time for you. So I hope that helps you, Jen. What would you say, Sarah?
I'm getting guidance for you, Jen. I sort of know Jen quite well, actually. Very close. Yeah, love a bit of Jen. So I'm sort of just getting for you at the minute, just enjoy the path of least resistance, which is what you've got going on at the moment, because I know what's going on with you. Enjoy the path of least resistance. And I'm just getting the message for you, like I've given you before, actually, just to surrender and like trust in law of attraction and spirit, as this is about everything as well, but just trust the guidance that you're always given, because you get some incredible ideas And I think sometimes your ego talks you out of them, which is so common, guys. It's so common, but it's about dismissing those and just moving. But I think for you, you're doing what you're meant to be doing right now. The universe, you know, all the energy fields have sent you what you're supposed to be doing right now, which is the path of least resistance, and enjoy it. And from that, clarity will come. So I think rather than trying to force a big vision, enjoy where you are now, because actually where you are now is really scrummy. And know that more guidance will come. And I agree for you, darling, that it's not doing what everyone else says you should do. And this is where Kate and I work differently, because, you know, I for one don't have any freaking strategy, and therefore I don't coach it. You know, if you get inspired strategy, obviously, you know, move with it. But actually, Katie and I will always say to our clients, move with what you're receiving as guidance from the universe and spirit. It doesn't matter what we say. Yes, we can guide you, but actually, if it doesn't resonate with you, don't move with it anyway. So, and I will say it because I'm being told to say it, but there is a lot out there in the coaching world, I believe, where you're told you should do this and you should do that. And if you follow that exact plan, you will get exact results. And that's not how it works. When you understand law of attraction spirit, it's about following the guidance you're being given from the energy fields and ditching what everyone else says. Even Katie and I, it's following your guidance. But right now, just enjoy the path of least resistance and have fun. Like, let go of the pressure of needing a big vision at this moment in time. And actually, Katie and I, it's very normal when you're working these energy fields to expand and then to have some time where you recalibrate. And you may just be in that recalibration phase at the minute where you are like, right, what is it I want next? Actually, I've been in that phase recently as well. It's like, right, what is it that I want next? But I'm just going to focus on feeling good now and open myself up to the energy fields. So I hope that helps, darling. Right, next question from Angela. I've been doing this for a while now, but how long do we have to wait for it to come to me?
Okay. Okay, if you haven't, so you mean your grander vision coming to you? How long do you have to wait for your grander vision come to you? Because spirit will send you what you're ready to receive at that moment in time. But I feel like you need to take more action. You're not taking enough action yourself. You're not proactively thinking outside the box a little bit more. So they can send you so many signs and they can send you the guidance and the downloads. You need to also take action with it. And I feel like that's what you need to do a little bit more. And also, you've got a grander vision. Myself and Sarah's grander vision is massive. It's huge. But don't expect it to suddenly happen overnight or within a month or within a year or within a certain time frame. Almost take time out of it, because these things will come to you and it will be sent to you a bigger vision when you are ready to receive it. And you're not ready to receive that at the moment. You're still getting everything together. And you're still putting the framework into your business, aren't you, at the moment? You're still putting the framework in. So you need to put some foundations in, solid foundations. What I mean by that is almost like all your accounts in order, all that sort of stuff, all the businessy type things, tie up the loose ends, but also be proactive. So me and Sarah are really successful because we move and we take action ourselves and we follow it. And when it doesn't always make sense, it's so funny. And we'll message each other and say, that doesn't make any sense, but I just had this download, so I trust it, I'm going to do it. And I'm like, yep, same here, spirit of man today, but I'm going to follow it. So this is what you need to do. Also, you need to take action. So once you take the action, the rest will allow the other energetic floodgates to open wider. I'm seeing like, you know, when you go barging, not that I've ever been barging, you know, when you go barging and they do that thing between the locks and they open up the gate for the barges, that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing the floodgates opening for you. You need to open them wider. So I can see the gates aren't quite wide, they're opening, but very slowly. And I also feel like they're sending you through what you can cope with at this moment in time. So just be patient with it. And again, follow the path of least resistance, like Sarah said to Jen. So what would you say, Sarah?
I mean, I got the same guidance for Angela in terms of move with all the nudges you're getting, even when they make no sense. Like, even when you get a nudge or an impulse or an idea that makes no sense in relation to your business, you know, if you're happy in one area of your life, it's going to start filtrating through to everything else. And everything that Katie and I teach is holistic. You know, we're working with universe and spirit here. And so it's, you know, and we say this, if you work with us, for example, in Limitless in Business, it's not just business that's going to move in your life, it's going to be all different areas. So move with whatever nudges you're getting, even when they make no sense at all. Your job is not to question them. And the other thing I was going to say to you, the other guidance I got for you is fall in love with where you are now, because it's so easy. So when you're working with law of attraction and spirit and all these universal energies, it's about loving where you are now and having eager anticipation for the future. It's not about just wanting to get to your big vision in the future or your vision in the future, because otherwise, when you're just wanting, you know, Katie and I have this often, we want to help millions. We're human, we're not robots. So we have these days, we're like, why are we not helping millions yet? We've got so much to give and so much love, and we want to be there doing it now. And we have to say to each other, right, but look at all the people, and I'm getting goosebumps to confirm that, look at all the people we are serving now, and fall in love with where you are now, and then the stuff you want comes to you faster. And these little bits of magic from spirit and universe start popping up into your life, and notice them as well, and celebrate where you are now. I put a post up recently about celebrate where you are now. Before you go to bed, think what's gone well today, because it's so easy for the ego to be like, well, I want this and I haven't got it yet. And all of this is about training your ego, because when you have trained it and you're just feeling happy within yourself, you're much more open to all the energy fields that are there to support you. So that's what I got for you, Angela. So we hope that helps. Charlotte, hello Charlotte, gorgy girl. Okay, Charlotte said, when I think of a plan, I get excited. Is that a sign I'm on the right track? I'm happy to answer that one first. Yes, if it excites you, follow it. If it feels good, follow it. Anything that feels good means that that's confirmation from spirit and law of attraction that that is what you're supposed to be doing. So if it feels good and makes your heart sing, go for it. And if making a plan for you excites you, go for it. Work with what works for you. But if it feels good, that's universal and spirit guidance confirming that's right. Anything you want to add to that, Katie, sweetie?
Yeah, Charlotte, this feels quite new. It feels like everything's quite new for you at the moment, and it feels quite, I feel your excitement. Spirit can feel your excitement, and go with that. Really hone in on it and keep that high level, and keep yourself what we call in a high vibration, because when you're in that high vibration, that's when your floodgates, your energetic floodgates open so wide that everything starts to happen really, really fast for you. And I feel like things are going to come through quite fast for you with this. So really, really move with it now. I feel like you're ready. Your energy's there. You feel charged. You feel excited. I feel charged. You're ready for this. You're ready for the challenge. So go with it, run with it, and watch it evolve and snowball. It's going to be fantastic for you. I'm excited. Ah.
Right, question from Harriet. We've got tons of questions flying through, so we'll get through as many as we can. I don't know whether you can overrun a bit, Katie, but we'll just go with how many we can at the minute. So Harriet says, how long do you normally wait between receiving each inspired action? I'm starting on a new business idea I believe was sent to me to run with, but when should I expect the next stepping stone to keep moving forward? I'll let Katie go first.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, so I get about 50,000 downloads every day, and I'm not even joking, it's crazy. So, and I used to bombard Sarah every morning and go, why do we do this? Blah, blah, blah. I've got this inspired action. Spirit want me to do this. Because I was in such a high vibration, which I've just explained to Charlotte. When you're in that high vibration, you get even more ideas, even more. But they do tend to send you only things that you can cope with. So I don't know why they sent me 50,000 things, but they do. Anyway, so when you get something through, try and put it in some sort of timeline. So you've always got free will. That's what you need to remember. With working with spirit, they will guide you, and the universe will send you lots of signs and send you lots of things to do. But you know what's best for you. Only you can do that. You're far better than them at knowing when it's the right time for you. They've got an idea of divine timing, and they usually are quite spot on, but also you've got to decide if it sits right with you, which is what Sarah says when she says about law of attraction, what's inside. So if you get these downloads through and it feels like it's too soon, and it feels like maybe I want to do that in a few months, just sit with it for a while. It's okay to sit with things and sit with ideas. And even if, for example, it feels, I'm going to give you the media example for me, because that's the most recent thing for me. If, say, for example, being in a magazine terrifies the life out of you, and you feel like you want it, but you're not ready, but you want to make some sort of action for it because Spirit have told you to do it, or you've received a sign that that might be it, or you're feeling pulled in order to contact somebody, then make the initial contact. And remember, if they do come back to you and they want to feature you, you can actually say, would it be possible that you could hang on maybe till the summer? So you've got 6 months or 7 months to get your head around it all. So remember, you're always in charge of these inspired actions, and you can implement them. And sometimes it's not possible to implement everything in one go. You can put it into not a plan, because me and Sarah aren't planners. That's not our true entrepreneurial self. But you can put them in some sort of timeline. I've got a wall planner, and I just write possibly a book, and I put a question mark, or possibly do this, a live audience, question mark. So then it's there, and once it's there, you've almost took action with it. That's the action you need to take. So you think putting that off isn't taking action. You've written that down and you've put it actually in to a timeline. So that's action. You've done something, you've moved with it. So you've still kept the energetic floodgates open. You haven't just sat with it in your head, clogging up your head, because if you do that, you're not a clear container. So you can have it there ready, that's your action, and you can take and then the rest of the action from Spirit and Universe will come through. So don't think action means massive proaction. It doesn't. To Spirit, it means you moving with them. So as long as you move together simultaneously, it will start the process and the ball rolling. Does that make sense? Have I explained that well?
Yeah, and the guidance I got for you, Harriet, is similar to what you ended with, Katie, is that universal and spirit guidance isn't always big light bulb inspired actions. Yes, that's part of it, but the guidance I'm really getting for you is, are you following the small nudges and impulses? Like, do you feel like you want to, I'm getting goosebumps, so this is what you need to hear. Do you feel like you want to go for a walk in this moment? Like, are you following the nudges and the impulses in the moment, as well as the big inspired actions? Because it all links together and all adds up. So again, I don't really plan my days. I sort of just go with what Spirit and Universe are guiding me to do. So I get the sense you're waiting for the next big inspired action, but actually, in order to open yourself up to that, are you following all the little signs, nudges, impulses, gut feelings you're getting as well? Because it's not, I don't get big light bulb moments every day. I get big light bulb moments, I don't know, once, twice, 3 times a month maybe, but I'm getting nudged and guided and assisted all day, every day. And are you tuning into those and following those? So that's the guidance I'm getting for you, darling. So hope that helps. Do you want to read the next question, Katie?
Yeah, so who have we got next then? Sunyana. Okay, love that name, Sunyana. People have lovely names. Hello, darling. Thanks for your question. So I've decided on 2 financial goals. I have been defining my ideal clients and the type of person I want to work with, and I practice there as processes. Woohoo! Is there anything else I should do, as the first deadline is just 3 weeks away? Okay. Firstly, when I read the word deadline, I started to feel a bit uneasy. Okay.
Yeah, I have to say, sorry to interrupt, but you were screaming through me. You're doing, and the dog's barking. Sorry, there's an Amazon delivery guy in my back garden. How did that happen? That scared the life out of me. I'll let Katie just run this, and I'll just deal with that. Back
I'm sure he's an Amazon delivery driver. Be careful.
He's like got into my back garden. Right, you deal with it.
Oh my gosh.
No, number 4.
Okay. Anyway, so firstly, when you said deadline, I just thought, well, I don't like that. It feels really contracting. And you've also not implementing any spirit here at all. So try and ideal client. Okay, lovely. So it sounds like you're in the planning stage, but I feel like the magic is missing. I feel like the passion and fire isn't quite there. It's almost like you've gone too strategic. So we need to get you thinking more on a fun level, injecting more energy into it, less pragmatic, more fun. That's what I feel. And get the spark back, because by putting deadlines and restrictions on yourself, it's the magic isn't going to quite get there. Those energetic floodgates aren't going to be opening up, and I feel like you're going to be doing it the hard way around. They're saying the hard way. Also, there's more to you than what you do right now. Okay, there's more to you. Right, there's more to you than what you do right now. They're not telling me what it is, but they're saying there's more to you than what you do right now. So you're getting little things pop in your head of other things that you could do. Is this right, Sunyana? Because they're saying pay attention to this, pay attention to these little things that they're popping in your head. Why are you laughing? Is it because the Amazon man?
I'm just laughing at the random Amazon guy in my back garden. Like, what the frick? Carry on. I am focused. I am in tune.
So you're getting little things in your head that could be other opportunities, other inspired action. So just pay attention to those, and also weave into spirit. So if you're doing Sarah's practices, if you're starting to write your dream day journal, the spirit want you to also write them in there. Just put a sentence. Don't double the work. Just put a couple of sentences in there. Just say something like, I really want you to support me on this. These financial goals mean the world to me. I really want this because of X, Y, Z. So when you're working with spirit and money, so spirit can also send money to you as well, Sunyana. So if you say to them, I want this amount of money and I want it for, and it's not to be the bank of spirit, like they're going to give you a loan and say, well, we need somebody to sign off the other end of it, you need a guarantee. It's not to be like that. It's so it's clear to them, because if you say, I want abundance, they might send you something really low because they don't really understand what abundance means to you. It can mean different things to each and every one of us. So really write it clear in your dream day journal what finance you want to come through. So I feel like you need to make it a little bit clearer. It feels like there's some conflicting energy around the money. It's conflicting. So just try and make it a little bit clearer and almost combine it. They're saying combine it into one rather than keeping it separate. Yeah. Rather than keeping it on two financial goals, combine it into one, they've said, and just make it one amalgamate of a massive figure, whatever it is that you want. Okay, so I don't know why I'm going to tell you that, but there you go. Hand over to Sarah.
Oh, my dog. Sorry, right, get a grip. I don't know how the back gate was open. There's an Amazon guy in the back garden with a parcel that for once was not for me, because Katie always jokes I keep Amazon Prime in business. What I was going to say, Sunyana darling, is that my guidance for you, that the universe was kind of really, because I know Sunyana very well as well, was like really wanting me to say, is that's very outcome manifesting. And this is what, all of this we go into in the Limitless in Business Academy, but that's very outcome, and that's brilliant if you're an outcome manifester. But if you're processed, that's going to make you contract. And if you are not fully aligned with it, and there's any element or inkling of contraction, it's going to feel hard. And I never set goals specifically with deadlines, because I am very, very process in terms of the way that I bring stuff into my experience. That's the only guidance I got for you, darling, is deadlines for me always make me contract, and it sounds like that's what's going on for you as well. So just see how that feels. Right. Annalise, I always struggle with the money side of things. I love what I do and my business is successful, but it needs to earn me more. Katie, sweetie pie, can you see that?
Yeah, it feels like there's okay, I can feel your passion. I can also feel your frustration at the same time. So it feels like it's conflicting. You almost have an argument with yourself. So I can feel that. And that's not going to help with the energetic floodgates. So it's almost like you've just got to know it's a done deal. You just got to know it's a done deal with this. And just think to yourself, with your passion, try and just stand out. I can feel the passion's right. You're in the right line of business, but you need to try and stand out a little bit more. Get yourself visually seen that little bit more, and also fine tune it. So think about who you want to work with, what your ideal client is, and just think about what that ideal client would want. Because I feel like you need to put more structure in, more programs, more offerings, to be able to get the money to come through. You're not creating a funnel to make the money come through. So there's more that you can be doing, more action on your part. Don't lose faith with it, because if your energy starts to drop, then the signs and the universal connection will drop as well with that. So we need to keep you high up. So yeah, there's something I can see, like a funnel. They're showing me a funnel of people going through a funnel. So you need to create something to draw people in, and you need to be visually seen more. So you need to get yourself out there that little bit more visually seen, because I don't feel like you are. I feel like you're staying a little bit in your comfort zone with things, and we just need to put you a little bit out there just to help them send you exactly what it is that you want. And it will come, but it also feels like you're building up knowledge as well. You're building up knowledge. So can you write down all this knowledge that you're learning and all these practices that you're learning? Because I feel like you've had such growth that you can just jot it down. I don't know why you need to jot it down, but can you just jot it down and just show that you're making progress for yourself? Maybe that's why you need to jot it down. and just see how far you've come. So almost like write a letter to yourself about how far you've come and be proud of yourself for it, but create something to draw them in. You're missing it. You're missing drawing your audience in. You need to identify who it is. Okay, all right, they've just underlined it. Identify who you want to work with, and they've underlined it. So just do that and bring them in. Think of them as a funnel. How can you funnel these people into your business and funnel them in to be your ideal clients and for you to have fun? And there you go. Hand over to Sarah.
Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of stuff that we do a lot around the Limitless Business Academy.
Yeah.
So I would say for you, darling, exactly the same guidance I was receiving for you in terms of diversify. That's what I was hearing for you. So diversify, because there's so much more you can do in addition to what you're doing. And Kate and I say this to people all the time when we're working with them on business stuff. So many of you are already in your passion, but you kind of limit it to one stream, if that makes sense. Whereas if you kind of look at what Kate and I have done, I do my group coaching. I used to do one-to-one coaching. I now have books. I've done events. You know, I've got digital courses, and I've sort of just widened what I'm doing. And I haven't done that in a strategic way. The universe and spirit have just sent me that guidance, and Kate has done the same. So there will be other things you can do, and one of which you've already started, like you've played with that energy, but you're not sort of fully seeing it through. So the blog side of things, you're not fully seeing that through, I would suggest. But I think rather than just focusing on the main thing you're doing in your business at the minute and how to get more people doing that, which is one part of it, Katie's advice is brilliant. Of course, feel the energy of your dream soul client. Again, this is the stuff we go into the academy. Feel the energy of your dream soul client and make sure you are being that dream soul client, because what you are is what you attract. Okay, you're saying, sorry, you always say diversify, Sarah, but I'm not sure what about the streams. Maybe it's the writing and writing those two. Yes, you're really gifted at writing, and the thing you sent me recently was brilliant. And allow yourself to do what makes your heart sing, though. So this isn't diversify. So there are loads of things I could do in my business that I don't do because they don't make my heart sing. Lots, but I only do the stuff that I love. So when we say diversify, what else makes your heart sing? And for you, writing seems to be when you really come alive and your energy comes across beautifully. And don't sit there now and think, how is that going to equal more income? I need X income this month. Just follow what is it that makes your heart sing now, and that will move. Why are you laughing, Katie?
That's exactly what everybody does. Every single client I get, they're like, how can I make an income from it? I held back from being a medium because I was like, how can I make an income from it? Yeah. When you do what you love, it flows, it comes to you, it all comes to you, but I promise. Also,
what Katie said about you getting out there more, you're hilarious. Again, this is a lot of you watching, because I've got to know so many of you so much over the last couple of years, but also you, darling, you're hilarious. I feel like you could just have, like, whether it is through the writing or something else, social media, whatever it is, you don't, Kate and I will never make you do anything. Again, we get rid of the shoulds. Yes, social media is an incredible way to build your business if that feels in alignment to you, but you're hilarious. I feel like more people need to see your energy. That is the same for all of you. Anyone in business, just come on and shine and be you. Kate and I are unpolished. I've just had the freaking delivery guy in the backyard and Belle trying to just going mental. We are so unpolished, it doesn't matter. Come on and be you with love, and you have so much. I'm getting goosebumps, confirm this for you, almost feeling a bit emotional for you, but you've got so much love to give. Let that shine in lots of ways. Yes, through what you're doing in your business currently, but the other things that ring your bells. And I know you're busy, Katie. This is where Katie is brilliant as well, because she is also a mum of 3. She's ridiculously busy. And again, this is stuff that we help within the academy, especially Katie's Zone of Genius, how to fit all of this into your schedule. But just move with the things that make your heart sing. And I would also say something Katie and I do a lot around in the academy as well is going to be about pricing and sales and attracting clients and all of this stuff. I would say I always say this to everybody, start playing with the energy of increasing your prices, because actually we do loads around energy work around pricing, but the prices you're charging at the minute, and this is relevant for everybody, do they make your heart sing? Do you feel like you're getting what you're value for what you're offering, or do you feel like you're not getting the right remittance for what you're offering, because it's a real balance, and so you want to be stretching yourself with your prices where it actually excites you a little bit, maybe feels a bit uncomfortable, but you know you're actually being paid what you're worth, and that's really magical. So that's an energy to play with as well. But there's so much more for you, darling, to come, and I will always say this to you because I adore you. Your energy is incredible. I adore you, and so just let the whole world see that. And there's so many other ways you can see it through, you know, in addition to what you're already doing in the business. Sorry, I got quite passionate there, but this is relevant for all of you, every single one of you. Okay. Okay, so Meg said, I have previously had great success, but the last couple of years have been very challenging. It is time for me to move away from consultancy and focus on getting myself employed by a company. Is it time for me to move away from consultancy and focus on getting myself employed by companies? So for this, obviously we don't know, well, I don't, and Katie's tuning in, I can see at the minute, but I don't know specifically what has gone on behind the scenes and what the challenges are. Like, you know, you do get challenges and curveballs thrown in as part of your universal and spiritual growth and expansion, so that it could be that there's that going on, but I would say tune in to what does your soul like. If you feel into just getting a job employed by someone else for a bit, does that bring you some relief and you just think actually that would just be easy for a while? Path of least resistance again. I had 3 part-time jobs when I started this business. I'm all up for path of least resistance. It's not a failure. It's not a step backwards. Don't ever see going back into a company as a step backwards. Just what is it that your soul is guiding you to do in this moment? So that's kind of what I would say. What would you say, Katie, sweetie?
Yeah, because I can feel that you're really tired, and I feel like you haven't got the energy to put into consultancy. It's almost like your energy drained, and you just like, you can't even, not that you've lost the passion for it or thought that you've gone the wrong way. I feel like you haven't gone the wrong way at all. It's just you need a break from it. You need to take a step back. So I would, like Sarah said, choose the path of least resistance. Maybe go into something that's temporary, just something temporary, just to keep you tied over for a bit, just to give your brain a little bit of rest, something that's easy, something that you can switch off from, and you can just go do what you need to do, come back and switch off and be with your family. Because I feel like that's the where you need to be for a while. It feels like for the next 6 months or so, just to do that, even not, maybe not that long, but 6 months. I can see the summer coming up and I can see you coming alive again. So just give yourself this respite. It's okay to have these times where you have a bit of a break and a rest. You can't always be 110 miles an hour and full speed. It's not realistic. Everybody has to have downtime, and everyone has to have time where things just go quiet and you just tick things over for a while. And that's good because you're human, you need to rest. But I feel for you, you just need to heal a little bit as well. And I don't feel like I've got the energy to give you, I feel I'm you and haven't got the energy to give my business and to give anyone anything. So if I was you, I would go, okay, go with what feels really good. And I feel like you're getting these nudges anyway, you're getting these signs, to pay attention to it. By the way, you've got a little team all around you, really looking after you, giving you support, and an older male standing behind you that's really like very loving and giving you lots of loves and hugs. So you're well protected on the other side. So you should start to feel all that love coming through. But I just feel like give yourself a break, do lots of reading, lots of knowledge books. I'm reading one at the moment called The Big Leap, but I don't feel like that's the right one for you. But I feel like you should, maybe if you read Sarah's books and just get really into the zone of just learning and rebuilding, and give yourself a little bit of respite. It's that one, not that the other one. That one. Yeah, the beginning of everything you want. Just read that and just realign yourself and take that time out. And I feel like when I've said that now, I can feel you going, oh, okay, I'm allowed. You're allowed to make these decisions. You're not doing anything wrong. And everything in your passion. Guys, if you do need to take a break from your passion, I'm shinking in the chair, hang on. If you do need to take a break from your passion, do that, take that break. That's okay. You know, nothing's going to be that detrimental. You're human, and no one can serve from an empty cup. We always say that. And if you feel the urge to stop, it's because you're being told to stop from spirit and the universe. That's them working with you and going, just hold on. You know, your inspired action is slowing down. The reason it's slowing down is because you need to have a little bit of a rest. So follow it and just go with the easy way and just give yourself a break, because you know what, Meg? The comeback is also going to be great. That's it. So that's what you need to remember. The comeback will be oh so great. So just take this time now and don't feel guilty for it. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's for you.
Absolutely.
Sending you a big love.
How are we doing for time, Katie? I'm free to run for another half hour or so, but I know you're really busy. So are we needing to wrap up? We're needing to wrap up.
15 minutes max, sorry. Yeah, I've got another appointment.
That's fine. It's fine. It's only because usually I don't want to run on something after this. I'm gonna there was one question that really jumped out at me, so I'm just gonna go with that guidance, if that's okay, Katie.
Yeah,
like there's just one that the universe drew me to. Louise has said, the difficulty I face is that I love what I do so much that it doesn't feel like work, and I feel bad about charging people as I'd be happy to do it for free. Any tips to banish the guilt and be confident in my financial worth? Thanks. I mean, I would just say to that is something we go into massively in the academy, because Kate and I used to be the same. It is you have to get through it. You have to move through it, and you learn. The more you charge, the more you serve, the more you help people. Actually, the more you charge, the more you help people. And also, it's about falling in love with money. Money is a beautiful energy. You know, you taking money from someone isn't you taking money from them. It's you playing a part in the delicious flow of money. So, I mean, this is something I've done a lot of freaking work around, and Katie has as well. But what would you say, Katie?
Yeah, so I agree completely. This isn't something, Louise, that you can just like get us to answer now and you eradicate completely. It's something that we go into in detail in the academy, and it's a process and it's practices that you use to overcome it. And the reason we know that is because we've both been in that situation. And the first thing I'd say to you is amazing that you don't want to charge, that you feel like you do it for free, because you know 150% that you are following your passion. Because I do that. I would read all day long for free. Sarah will practice her law of attraction all day long for free. But you know what? You've got to live and you've got to expand. And if you want people to feel your love and share your gift with more people, then you need to have something to back that up with. You need to build a foundation and longevity and a legacy. And to do that, you need to have people charging. And also, people value your service more if they have like invested into it. This is something that's really clear. So, you know, if something's been given for free, they don't really appreciate it as much or really see the value in it, or make the transformation themselves. And this is to go for other people's industries, not so much yours, Louise. But if you want to help people, you can. And if you want to help other animals, you can. You can invest back into your business. You can do so much with it, but you have to be able to feel comfortable with receiving and the service you offer. And, you know, that's why a lot of people can do charity work. Like you look at lots of people in the media that earn vast amounts of money, millions and millions, and they do a massive amount of charity work. And the reason they do that is to give something back. And if they didn't earn the ridiculous amounts of money that they earn, that they deserve to earn, if they didn't earn that, they wouldn't be able to give to all of these charities and share the way they do. So it swings in roundabouts, and you can always give things back. And you need to think about that and don't feel guilty. Money's not a bad thing. You're not taking it off someone and leaving them destitute. Money's not a bad thing at all. And I'm going to keep saying that because you guys will understand that spirit are not bothered about money. They couldn't give two hoots. You could ask for a £2,000 one day and £1 million the next day, and they're really not bothered. They really don't see anything in it at all, because it isn't important to them. And the saying is, you can't take it with you, and you really can't. But what you can do with it is use it to make a massive impact in the world, and not even a massive one, a massive impact to you and your family and your life, to you be happy. If you're happy and your vibration is high and you don't have money struggles and you don't have worries, you are serving everyone around you better, so everyone benefits. So try and think of it as not a case of you receiving. Try and think about it of what the actual opportunities are that it brings and how it will help you flow and develop. And and your magic touch with the animals and everything you do is incredible. It's just incredible. So just, you can't stop doing that. You need to keep shining and keep expanding. And you could use it to set up more and more places all over the UK, everywhere you could have them. So just think about it in that sense. Think about all those lovely animals that are benefiting, all those people that feel so much pleasure knowing that everything was cared for, and all of the, there's just so much. There's a domino effect. And that's what myself and Sarah want to keep you understanding in our academy, how we really focus in on how you are special, you are amazing, and how to hold that energy as well, because it's easy for it to dip, easy for it to dip. And by staying in that magical energy and that powerful energy and using the tools we coach to get you seeing that and the bigger vision and how it offers to everyone else, and almost taking yourself out the picture, it's incredible. It's incredible how it affects your business and how you can really use it to help give good and love to everyone else. Okay, does that make sense? I've gone off on a
No,
tangent.
that's brilliant. Thank you. My ego's now feeling bad that I've skipped Joanne's question. I was following guidance there. I just wonder if we can quickly answer Joanne's questions. And then, guys, those of your questions we haven't got to, Katie and I will be live again on Tuesday, same time, 12:30 GMT. Jump on at 12:30 and post your questions, and we'll do them through order again. But just really quickly on Joanne. In answering Louise's questions, we have actually addressed sort of Abby's question anyway, but just quickly going to Joanne, I struggle with my pathway, what I should do. So you're in that place where you're sort of still moving to find your passion as well. So I have 3 options, all would be great. I think I've narrowed it down to 2 options and sort of decided to run with both, but the choices make me freeze. How can I increase my clarity? I would just say the massive guidance I'm getting from you for you is just play with both. You don't like, let's, you know, making a choice isn't like once you've, I don't know what the choices are, but generally it's not like once you made a choice you can't undo it. Play with both rather than this big energy of, oh my goodness, which one do I choose? Law of attraction, spirit, love, light, playful energies. So just play with both. Like take a little step towards both. Play with both. That's the guidance I'm getting from you. You know, making it doesn't matter. Like basically, guys, if you're following your inner guidance, universe and spirit guidance and signs and signals, you can't mess it up because you're always on the path you're supposed to be on. Even when universal training comes in and growth comes in and curveballs, you know, occasionally come in, if you're always following what you're being guided to do, and if 2 of these feel good to you, play with both, because that's what the universe wants you to do right now. That's what spirit wants you to do. So that's what I'm getting for you. Anything you want to add, Katie?
Yeah, can I just be a pain here for Joanne? Joanne, I can totally relate. I had 3 things. I didn't know what I was going to do. I can totally understand this. You've been sent to this life for a reason, because I was exactly the same as you. And what I just had from spirit is tell her to do all 3. And I know that's really hard, but move with all 3. Even if it's the tiniest actions, the tiniest, it doesn't have to be, if one of them's open up a shop that sells gifts or what have you, it doesn't mean go and open the shop. I mean, go and look at shop rentals, go and inquire about where you might have the shop. You know, look at the outside of it. Don't make a massive investment that's going to cripple you or anything like that. But just move a little bit and see which one's the easiest and which one's the most fun whilst you're playing. And that's what we mean by playing, taking a little small step. If another one's social media, for example, start putting like interactive posts on and see what works. Do a little bit of research. How many social media people are there out there? What sort of things they do? So do that and move with all 3, because I had all 3 options and I wrote a pros and cons list to each one of them, and I heard spirit sigh. So I was there with my pro and con list. If I do this option 1, then this is the best thing that's going to come of it, and this is the cons. And I heard, oh. And then I was like, how rude. So I wrote the next one and I got the same, oh. And then I wrote the next one, I got the her. And then they said, contact Sarah. So I spoke to Sarah, and Sarah was like, just move with all 3. And I was like, that's ridiculous. How can I do that? And she's like, do it. And I was like, okay. And then it all became clear.
Really bossy.
In a loving way, She did. She went, just move with it. And she was completely right, because when I move with it, it's again, like we were saying at the beginning of the call, like if you think about the fog, if you move forward now, Joanne, it will start to become clearer. Whereas if you sit there doing the pros and cons at home and on 2 options, you've narrowed it down to 2, that's amazing, well done for that. But then how are you going to narrow it down to 1? You moving with the 1, if you do it that way, make it the hard way. Spirit is saying when you move with the 1, you're always going to be wondering whether you made the right choice with the other 2. Whereas if you move with all 3, they're saying that the clarity will come, the mist will clear, and it will become absolutely blatantly obvious because you've given all 3 a go at the same time. So it will alleviate any worries or any what ifs. And the what ifs will hold you back long term as well. Thanks, Spirit. That's really hard. They'll hold you back long term. So you get rid of them, eradicate the what ifs, and move with all three. So I know you've narrowed it down to 2, but I'd open it back up to 3 again and move forward. That's what's been coming through for you. So I hope that helps, darling. It's your ego making you freeze. Scary, but it stops me overthinking.
Has so much to be responsible for.
Yeah.
That's something we will be working with. You know, when you really surrender to law of attraction, spirit, you know, the two together as well as individually, you just have to trust. You have to surrender to get the maximum out of it. And that's what Katie and I are passionate about sharing, because it is hard to believe in something that you don't really see, that's not really necessarily tangible in the traditional way we're used to. But if you just surrender and trust, you're just going to be carried forward. You know, it's just incredible. So I'm very aware you need to go, Katie. I'm so sorry, guys, we haven't got through all the questions. Do make sure you log on again on Tuesday and get your questions posted right near the start. Obviously, we've got our Limitless in Business Academy launching on the 28th of January, where we go into so much detail, basically give you everything that Katie and I have done to build huge global businesses using spirit and law of attraction. It's not a traditional business course at all, but it's freaking powerful. So if you want to learn more about that, we'll put the link above this video. And Katie's saying, wow, answer the question I hadn't thought to ask. Brilliant. Okay, darlings, thank you so much for tuning in. This is what Katie and I love doing. It's just helping you, serving you, spreading the magic of law of attraction and spirit, because it literally is real life adult magic when you work with these bad boys, and it's not just business, it will impact the whole of your life. So go away, play, have fun, keep a light energy over the next sort of 2 or 3 days until we come on again on Tuesday. Listen for the inner nudges, see like outer evidence from spirit as well. And you know, if anything we've said today resonates with you, move on it. Remember, Kate and I have said spirit and universe are so eager for you to move. They will guide you as much as they can, but they cannot get in your physical body and move for you. You need to do that. Yeah. And this is where you have to surrender and trust, and know that Kate and I do this all day, day in and day out. We've done it, you know, this is what we've done for coming up to 2 years for me now. It still feels scary at times. My ego still kicks off, but you know, Katie's is the same. But dismiss and just move. Let universe and spirit carry you, because life is so much fun when you move that way. Cool. Anything else you want to say, Katie, darling?
Yeah, I can say thank you all for tuning in, because obviously what myself and Sarah do is a little bit different. And this is why we want to share it with you, because we're not going to keep all this to ourselves. We want to help you guys have exactly the same magic, and make 2019 absolutely fantastic for you all. There's no better time to start than right now and get yourself into this and really propel your businesses forward for the year and well beyond. Again, spirit aren't bothered about years. They just see it as like your life and living in the moment now. And that's it. We want you to be waking up and loving it and finding it easy. Drop the struggle. Drop the struggle. You've got a team there waiting to help you. Let's really get into them. Thank you, everyone. I've really enjoyed this live.
Me too. I'm so glad to be back. Like, back on the
my
doing this with you, my business bestie. I'm going to go now and shut the back garden gate so I don't get more random people walking in my garden. And hopefully it will run a bit more smoothly on Tuesday. And so we look forward to seeing you again then. If you want reminders for when these sessions are coming, you can sign up for my newsletter, which is on the homepage of my website. Again, we can put the link above. You sign up to the newsletter, you'll get a reminder each morning when we're going to do a live, so you can make sure you tune in. If you can't tune in live, you can always watch the replay as well on both of our YouTube channels, but give us 24 hours or so to upload them onto our YouTube channels. So we love you so much, and so happy to be back together doing this stuff and sharing this magic. And we will see those of you that want to join us on Tuesday at 12:30 GMT. In the meantime, play, have fun, and allow yourself to be led and guided. And we love you very much.
We do. We love you guys. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye.